Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is not Wednesday. It's not Thursday. It's not Friday. It's not Saturday. Or Monday or Tuesday either. It's Sunday. I know. We're so confusing you. I'm so sorry. It's Sunday the 30th of October 2016. And this is episode 216. And as you might know, we're going to be out of town for Yarnporium and Geeky Puff and Knitpalooza retreat, so we thought we'd get in a, hopefully, knock on wood, short episode before we leave to go out of town, okay? We'd like to say a big hiya, welcome back to all our returning viewers. We love you guys a lot. And a big hello, welcome to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we have a couple people who introduced themselves in the introduction thread since we recorded last. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Veronica, who is Ninny Knitter from British Columbia, and Julia, who is Jay-Z from Virginia.
Welcome, we're glad to have you. Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode and you will be able to participate in all our cows and giveaways.
I'm going to show them what's in the mug of irony today.
You're gonna spill it.
Today in the mug of irony is not tea. It is salted caramel hot chocolate with pumpkin spice marshmallows.
It's probably still really hot.
That's yummy. And it's in the mug of irony because it says she drinks more coffee than a Gilmore. Just in case you didn't know that. All right. Well, we have a little bit of stuff to talk about. A lot of Gilmore Girls stuff. But some other stuff too. So we probably should get started. Here we go.
Now I'm going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Dammy?
I am still working on my shawlette. It's on US 5, 3.75 millimeters. And right now I'm just using West Yorkshire Spinner's signature 4-ply in the poppy seed colorway.
So this is the best thing shawlette for the White Christmas collection that we're putting out.
Yes.
And so you're doing the knitted on border.
Yes.
Okay. Just clarifying that for anybody who's new. All right. Do you have anything else you're working on?
Not right now.
Okay.
What are you working on?
Well, the first thing I'm working on is my zigzag blanket. So this is my 10-stitch zigzag by Frankie Brown. It's on US 4's 3.5 mil needles. And since we last recorded, I finished the stripe out of an unknown pink and gray yarn. And I've started the stripe, the Gnome Acre stripe in the Stars Hollow colorway because it felt apropos with, you know, Gilmore Girls coming up to do that. So there's a picture on the screen right now. So they're seeing this. So I'm working on that. And then next up, I'm working on this actually right now. This is my second sock of my, would you like some cranberry sauce with that peppermint mocha, please? That's not what it is. Would you like some cranberry sauce with your peppermint mocha socks? Salted caramel's going to my head. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And the yarn, the red, is All About Yarn Sparkle Owl in the cranberry sauce colorway. And the green is Pendius Jewels Snug Base in the peppermint mocha colorway. So I have the first one done. I think I showed them that last episode. And I am currently doing the heel on the second sock. Oh, and here's the question last time was about knitting like the heel and everything on the zooms. And yes, so you can see right there that I'm only working on the back 32 stitches while the others are just hanging out there. So I am working on that. And then the third thing I'm working on, I can't show you, but I'll tell you a little about it, is my design, my shawl design for our White Christmas collection. And it's called There Were Never Such Devoted Sisters shawl. And I'm using US 4's 3.5 mil needles, and I'm knitting with the scrumptious Ginger's hand-dyed luscious 4-ply in the She Wore the Dress colorway. And I am probably 60% done with it. I don't know if I'll get it finished before we leave to go out of town because Nanny Swimmo starts Tuesday. and I'll be casting on my sweater. So I'm going to do as much as I can today after we finish recording, and tomorrow, which is Monday. You're watching this, it's, yeah, time travel. But if I don't finish it, I can finish it when we get back from being out of town. So, that's everything I'm working on. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished project.
Yes, just one. And this is a pretty epic one. This is my 44th preemie hat for the year. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern. You can get it on Ravelry. I did this on US 6's 4mm needles. Dammy picked the colors because she said it looked like a pumpkin. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley Erin in the forest green colorway, and this is West Yorkshire Spinners Air Valley Decay in the nutmeg colorway. Now you may be saying to yourself, why did Cece say that this is an epic project? Well, because this is my 100th finished project for the year. 100. That's pretty awesome. And I've knit over 20 meters of yarn. No, 20 kilometers of yarn. 20 kilometers. I think that's right. Oh dear. Oh, Dammy. Why do I do this to myself?
There's 400 meters in a yard.
No, but
in a yard, in a scheme.
Hold on. It should say it right on my page because I have one of those little tracker things. Yeah, I've knit 20.4 kilometers of yarn this year. That's a lot. That is a lot of yarn. And we still have 2 more months ahead. So, anyway, so that's the only thing I finished, but it's epic because it's preemie hat number 44 for the year and my 100th finished project for the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. We don't have a lot of yummies this episode since we just had, we had a lot in the last episode. Well, this is yummy. My salted caramel hot chocolate with pumpkin spice marshmallows. What we want to talk to you about today is the first look at Gilmore Girls. So, this just released overnight, and it's a fan video from a panel.
It's not a fan video.
Oh, it's like the fan recorded it.
So, it's a video.
It's a video that a fan recorded. So I believe it was at an Entertainment Weekly panel, and it was Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband. What's his name? Dan. I think they interviewed them, and then they showed like 4 or 5 extended clips from the new series. So if you have not watched this yet and don't mind being a little bit spoiled, you should pause this, go to the show notes,
GeekyGirlsKnit.com.
and the video is there, and watch it. It's about 7 minutes long, and then come back. So, the final thing, Dammy, with Luke and Emily, was that the final one? Yeah, with Luke and Emily, where she's asking him if he has a will. That, to me, says, okay, either Luke and Lorelai are married already or about to get married. What do you think?
Sure. I find it best just to agree with her. Just smile and nod.
I really would like your input on this.
Sure. I mean, I guess.
And here was the thing that I said to Dammy. So they were at the International Festival.
Oh.
And it was Luke and Lorelai and Rory. And Rory and Luke were like, oh, I have to go catch a plane. That was Rory. And Luke was like, well, I have to get back to the diner. And they were like, who's going to watch her? Somebody has to watch her, Lorelai. I was like, because there's been hints that there's going to be a pregnancy somewhere in the series.
Hints or speculation and rumors?
Both. And so I'm wondering if Lorelai is pregnant, and they were arguing about who was going to watch Lorelai, and somebody needed to watch Lorelai. to make sure that she didn't overdo it and make herself ill while she's pregnant.
But food would be good.
Yes, but if she overdoes it, like she tends to do, like she and Rory tend to do at festivals that have lots of good food. And then what other scenes were there? There was the starting one with Rory unpacking after living in Brooklyn. International Festival. Oh, there was the one at the pool. Was there one after that before?
I don't
Before Luke and Emily. Anyway, it was a really interesting thing, and I cannot wait to see it all. Hopefully there will be a better video of it. Because like I said, a fan.
Yes, there will. On November 25th.
Thank you. Thanks, Tammy. Hopefully there'll be like an official video of it versus just a fan recording it. So, first look at Gilmore Girls. I'm so excited. You didn't guess that though, right? I'm not excited. Nope, not me. You have anything you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Well then, why don't you, we're not going to show you GGK Crafty Pad pictures today because we just did that a few days ago, but we are going to tell you about it. So why don't you tell us about it?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. So we have a list of prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. So I'm not going to even put up the October one because it's going to be the end of the month. But we have released the November list, and it is primarily about being thankful. And so you'll notice that thankful is a prompt several days because we want you to tell us different things you're thankful about. Plus Gilmore Girls. I'm thankful for Gilmore Girls. So what you do, you look at the prompt for the day. For example, today, the 30th when we're recording, the prompt was made me smile. You take a picture. You can interpret that prompt however you want. You post it on Instagram. Make sure you put the hashtag GGK Crafty Pad in the caption because that's the only way we can find your photos. And yours might get chosen. All right. Okay, now we're going to talk about upcoming events we'll be attending within the next 2 weeks. Dammy, why don't you start us?
So we are going to be vending at the Yarn Emporium in London on Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of November with Lola of Third Vault Yarns and Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags.
That's right. So this is an event that Yarn in the City is hosting at
King's College.
King's College. They have been doing some like vendor spotlight type stuff, showing what some of the vendors are bringing. And I think I know at least a couple of skeins of yarn that I'm going to have to get. And who knows what else. Because you got to spread the love for the fiber arts community. So, yes, we'll be at that on Saturday and Sunday. And then following that, the next Thursday after that, the 10th of November through Sunday the 13th of November, you and I will be co-hosting with our friend Sam the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza, which is a knitting retreat that we're hosting in Farnham, England, which is about 50 miles southwest of London. And we do have just a few spots left if you want to last minute sign up. Or if you're not able to attend the entire event, we still would like you to come to the vendor market, which is on Saturday the 12th. And you can enter from 1:30 to 5 p.m. and it's £3 entry fee or a knit or crocheted item to donate to charity. Or if you'd like to get in early at 10 a.m., you can buy a golden ticket and that will get you in early. And you can do all that and find out all the info at
GeekyPuffinKnitPalooza.com.
That is correct. And then next time we record, we'll be able to announce another event we're attending. We have to wait. There's you can't talk about it until X date. So we will tell you on the next podcast what that event is. All right. Well, we have quite a bit to talk about in the reading and watching segments, so we should probably move on to it.
Now we're going to talk about what we are reading and watching.
So what are you reading?
I am still reading Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, but I only have a few pages left, so within the next few days I'll be reading something else.
And do you know what that something else is going to be?
No.
Okay. You don't. Do you have any like possibilities? Like you need to narrow it down, or are you just like I don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say about Peter Pan?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Just thought I'd ask. Okay. Are you
What
reading
are you-
anything else?
No.
Okay.
What are you reading?
Okay, I'm reading a lot. Well, actually, I finished some. Okay, so I am still reading Heart Made Whole by Krista Black Gifford. That's my nonfiction book that I'm reading right now. I'm still rereading in real time A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness using the All Souls real-time reading companion. And I'll finish that this week and then start into the second book, rereading it in real time. And then I finished a couple books. One of them is Perilous Hunt, and it's book number 7 of the Fallen Empire series by Lindsay Buroker. This one is I've talked about this before because I read like all 6 books that were out, and it's kind of a Firefly-esque type thing. And so I was eagerly awaiting book 7 because, you know, there was like, there's this ongoing thing that's been happening that we finally got a resolution to. But there's still another book coming because there's still part of it that is not resolved. So I enjoyed that, and that's on Kindle Unlimited. And then I read Manners and Mutiny, which is the 4th and final book in the Finishing School series by Gail Carriger. And this is the one that was about the finishing school on a dirigible. And so I really enjoyed that. And then right now I'm reading Of Noble Family, which is the 5th and final book in the Glamorous Histories series by Mary Robinette Kowal. And I've just started it, I think, last night. So I'm not very far in, but I am enjoying it. And that's everything I'm reading. That's a lot. But now we would like to talk to you about television. So get your coffee and your knitting, because I'm going to talk to you for a while about Gilmore Girls, our rewatch. We finished rewatching season 4, and now we're rewatching season 5. So here is just a little bit of what we watched in the last few days. The Easter egg episode with Kirk. He forgot to make the Easter egg map. Luke got divorced. Emily moved out, and she and Richard are split up. Jason sued Richard. Lorelai and Jason split up. Lane and Hep Alien rock. But don't touch Lane's drums. Nobody.
Or just the seat.
Yes. Luke and the self-help tapes and workbook.
Which he gives to Jess.
Yes, but Luke saw Lorelai's face. Oh my gosh! And then Luke and Lorelai go to Liz's wedding, and there was the dance!
They're really bad at dancing.
Oh, but it was so sweet!
Did you see their feet? They were like, they could not keep in time at all. They were just like shuffling. It's like, okay.
Oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. And the look during the dance. And then
Let's not talk about Dean.
the dean.
Let's not talk about Dean and Rory and
Ugh.
anything.
But then the kiss! The kiss, the kiss. The kiss happened.
Breathe.
Oh, and then I didn't write down the rest of this. Kirk running out of the inn naked. And then we've started season 5. oh, so Lorelai and Rory are fighting, and Rory and Emily are going to Paris. So we just started season 5. But the dance and the kiss, and he saw her face. Dammy has had to remind me several times to breathe while we've been watching, because I've been like,
Breathe.
see, just like that.
Okay, now remember, when we watch the new episodes, breathing is required at all times.
But what if something happens and I'm like,
Breathing is still required at all times. You still have functionality of your nose and mouth to breathe.
you know what this episode's going to be called? In which
No.
breathing is required at all times. There you go. So, I still don't know if we're going to make it through all 7 seasons before the new episodes, but we're going to try our hardest. We have around just over 60 episodes left to watch. But maybe we can convince Sam to watch some with us while we're in London. Yeah. Okay, what else? At least I didn't talk for like 10 minutes about Gilmore Girls like I did last time. Hubs and I are still watching rewatching season 6 of Numbers. I think we have 2 episodes left. So we might actually finish that tonight. And then I'm not sure what we're going to start next. Because you want to rewatch Lost with us, right?
I don't have to.
Oh. Or we talked about maybe rewatching Jag. But if we rewatch Jag, then that should like bleed into rewatching NCIS.
All of it?
All of it. Because I don't remember what happened in a bunch. It's been 14 seasons, people. 14 seasons.
Do you not remember what happened for most of my life?
Wait, who are you? Do I know you?
Okay, we are watching season 4 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was an okay episode. Are you okay?
No, the marshmallow stuck to my lip.
So is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Mace, working with Senator Nadir? What does she want? What's going on?
And do we know his inhuman power yet?
He's really strong. Like Captain America strong.
Like the Incredible Hulk strong?
No.
Oh.
He's really strong and impervious to most physical harm, I think.
Okay. So is that like from the comic books, or is that from, we know that on TV and I just missed it?
We know that on TV.
Okay, I just missed it then.
As seen on TV.
All right. And as I mentioned a minute ago, we're on season 14 of NCIS. This was like the knit happy episode because Abby has knit 4 things that we know about. McGee's socks.
How did those socks last for a very long time?
He hand washes them and hangs them up to dry. He does not put them in the washer. He cares very carefully for his socks. And then there was the sweater for Quinn. And there was the vest for Annoying Guy.
Torres, you said you liked him better.
He did put on the vest.
You have to call him Torres, not Annoying Guy.
What was the 4th one?
Friendship bracelet.
Oh yeah, the friendship bracelet for
Bishop.
But now that makes me go, what did he knit for everybody else? What did she knit for everybody else? So we had a little discussion about what we think she might have knit for various people. So for Gibbs.
I don't remember. This is like a week ago.
No, not a week, a few days. For Gibbs, a cell phone cozy. For Ducky, a hat maybe?
I don't know.
For Jimmy, he's pretty nerdy. Maybe he got a Doctor Who scarf. For Vance, he needs some like socks, some like manly socks. For Ziva, I'm thinking a cow. And for Tony, a gun cozy, like from Pushing Daisies. What was his name?
Emerson.
Emerson Codd. And Kate, maybe some nice gloves. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do you think Abby knit for everyone else? And we didn't even talk about everybody. Like, there's Tom Morrow and...
He's dead.
Well, yes, but he was a character. And what's her name?
Shepherd.
But what's her first name?
Jenny.
Jenny Shepherd, who was the director for a while. She's dead, too. Lots of people die in the show. All right. And then we're also watching season 3 of NCIS New Orleans. Gregorio might be a good addition to the team.
Who's Gregorio?
She's the FBI lady that is now sitting at Brody's desk.
She's in the main credits, so I'm assuming she's there to stay.
Well, they haven't totally said that yet. Right now, she's on temporary assignment with them. Sorry, my eye is itching. We did get some of her backstory on why she left New Orleans. Her husband was very bad and embezzled some money, and she left him and changed her name back and to try to and moved away, trying to get away from what had happened. So why don't you talk about the next couple?
We are watching season 2 of Blind Spot.
Sorry, it's the marshmallow. I should just eat them.
Yes, that's what I said. So, Jane's cover with Sandstorm might be blown.
Ooh. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. And we're watching season 12 of Criminal Minds. You spelled that wrong.
What did I spell wrong?
R-E-I-D.
Oh, sorry.
Read in Blind Spot is spelled with 2 E's.
Do you want to know what I said to the hubs the other day? I said something to the extent of...
You don't remember what you said.
I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but, you know, so it was something about, you know, you have a problem when you ask your daughter that you're homeschooling how to spell things, even though you're teaching her. Because I constantly ask Dammy how to spell things. I'm like...
I know how to spell syzygy.
What does that mean?
I don't remember.
Was it one of your words?
Words for what?
On your computer on the screensaver?
No.
Oh. She has this screensaver that's like SAT words.
No, it's just random dictionary words.
Random dictionary words, but...
Anyway, Hotch is still going.
You didn't tell me what is the word?
Syzygy.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, we'll look it up later.
Okay.
So Hotch is still gone. What are they gonna do?
He's out of the credits completely.
And Reed is going to his mom.
Yeah.
Jane Lynch is going to be in an episode sometime.
Upcoming. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
She hasn't been in it since like an early season.
It's been a while.
Season 4, 6, something.
I don't know. We'd have to look it up on IMDb. Well, she was doing, you know,
Glee. Is that over?
I think so.
Or is it still going?
I think it's over. I don't know.
Does it ever end?
No, it's like NCIS.
I have to leave high school eventually.
Well, but no, there were like new characters that came in. So, I'm watching Supernatural season 12. Their mom left. She's got to figure out things, you know. She died like before the internet, and her the boys were like very young, baby and toddler, and yeah, so she is trying to, you know, she's grieving her husband's dead. So she's left to kind of find herself. Hopefully she'll be back, because I like her character. So, you want to talk about the next one?
The Blacklist, season 4. You know how I said they were like going in a circle? Like, oh, they're not going to get Agnes. They got Agnes. And Kirk was arrested. But it all seems too good to be true.
Can't take my eyes off of you? Sure. And then the hubs and I are watching season 10 of The Big Bang Theory. Penny was signing autographs at Comic-Con, but not that Comic-Con. It was like some like small Comic-Con. And yeah, when the guy came up and he was like, do you really act that badly, or were you just playing it up for the part? Yeah, that's all the TV for now. When we get done recording, more Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls all the time. All right, well, we're going to move on to our next segment.
Now we're going to talk about our September, October, November Artistic Autumnal Cal.
That's right. So this started on the 1st of September and it runs through the 30th of November. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to autumn. Your fallback, if you can't think of anything else, is?
You made it in the autumn.
That's right. No whips are allowed. You have to start your project no earlier than the 1st of September and finish it no later than the 30th of November. But feel free to poly dip at other cows. We're totally fine with that. We have lots of lovely prizes that are on the screen right now. We'd like to say a big thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. If you would like to know more about these prizes, you can go to
geekygirlsknit.com.
and there's pictures and links there. Or tune into the first podcast of every month where we tell you in detail about the prizes. Every project that you finish and count is one entry into the giveaways, but you can do multiple projects.
Finish and post.
What did I say?
Finish and count.
Oh, finish and post counts as one entry into the giveaways, but you can do more than one entry. That's fine. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit group on Ravelry to participate. You have to post your picture in the FO thread, as we said, and you can tag it with GGK Autumnal 16. We'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of December and draw for winners on the next podcast. If you are one of those winners, you have 30 days to claim your prize or you forfeit it. There is a chatter thread in our group if you want to encourage each other along the way or ask questions, or that's where Dammy gives everybody shout outs for finishing projects. And speaking of that, Dammy, why don't you give some shout outs of who finished projects since we last recorded, and it's a lot because it's the end of the month.
So, Adventures in Dinner, Allison Roseboom, Army Tink 08, Artist Girl, DG White, Eleanor Gamgee, Falling Star 12, Gianna Lynette, Juliet 23007, Kana Soup, Kelly Cron, Nitosaurus Rex, Knit Crazy Kate, Lil Angel SG2, Long Tall Katie, Looney Hiker, Lucy J. Well, Muzzer Z, Mystery Sower, Pan Within, Piper's Mom, Rainbow Ange, Rose Bob, S. Keeling, TBS 80, The Crazy Sock Lady, Weeping Wool, Yarnsmith Dory, and Yarn Taxi Driver.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. You just have a smidge over 1 month to finish. All right, let's move on to the next segment. I almost said the next episode. The next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
Yes. So what is this week's question?
This week's question is from Missy, who is Missy K. Schmidt from Georgia. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing your lives with us.
You're welcome.
I love your sock patterns, but am a beginner knitter. Do you have a suggestion for my first pair? I would love to begin with one of your lovely patterns.
I have several suggestions for you, Missy. The one that I would definitely suggest first is my French vanilla cappuccino socks, which is what I use to knit my plain vanilla socks. It is a toe up and cuff down pattern. I've got a picture on the screen right now. And it also includes directions for measuring your feet in order to get a really good fit. But along with that pattern is in my book, Coffee with Cece, which you can get the ebook version on Ravelry. And it is a collection of 6 sock patterns and a shawl pattern. But the way I have the book set up is it goes from the easiest, French vanilla cappuccino socks. And then once you've mastered that, you move into espresso macchiato. It adds just a little bit of a design. And then you move on to peppermint mocha, etc. I'll put a picture of all the patterns in the book on the screen right now. But it is a good way to walk through, and so you get the basic down in French vanilla, and then you just add things until they get to the most complicated, which is the I Love You More Than Pumpkin Spice socks. If you don't want to knit socks inspired by coffee, A couple other ones that might be good for you are my Indie Bra Yarn Crawl 2014 socks. And this is also a toe up and cuff down pattern, and it is just a textured pattern, knits and pearls. So that would make it fairly easy to do. And also the We Need a Geek to Break the Code socks, which is the pattern from Geeky Puff and Knitpalooza 2015. And it is also toe up and cuff down, and it is also a textured pattern. So that's a pretty simple one. So that's what I would suggest. Definitely start with French Vanilla Cappuccino socks. And then move on from there. So, I hope that answered your question. If somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
And we will answer. We answer them in order.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show.
Yay!
We should have had a drinking game for how many times I said Gilmore Girls, or a character from Gilmore Girls. Because Gilmore Girls. Oh, I'm going to, somebody, I can't remember who it was. Somebody asked a while back for us to create a Gilmore Girls spoilers thread in the group where you could talk about, the upcoming episodes and all the spoilery stuff we've been given, but also when the episodes come out to post there. And if you haven't seen them, you shouldn't go to the thread unless you don't want to be spoiled. And so I have that on my list to start that thread. So if I haven't started it by the time you watch this, I will be starting it soon. I'll start it before we leave to go out of town. So yeah, watch for that if you want to chat about Gilmore Girls. And speaking of going out of town, this episode obviously is not being recorded and released when we normally record. We are going to try to record a mini episode while we're in London, but we cannot guarantee that. We're doing Yarnporium and the Geeky Puff and Knitpalooza, and it might just not fit into the schedule. We'll do the best we can. Regardless, we will definitely be back to our normal schedule, recording on Wednesday, the 16th of November, and that episode will go live on Thursday, the 17th. We hope to talk to you before then, but just in case. But while we're gone, we will be posting on Instagram. That'll be the primary. I mean, I also cross-post to Twitter and Facebook, but Instagram is your best bet to stay in touch with us. We'll try to be as active as we can in the Ravelry group, but again, we'll be busy. So, thanks for understanding our busy schedule. And I'm really excited to see some of you at your Emporium and the retreat. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, just a reminder that the 52 Weeks of Charity Cal is ongoing. All the details for that are in the Ravelry group, or we talk about it on the second podcast of every month. That was the hubs sneezing. I don't know if you could hear that or not. Supporting the podcast. First off, a huge thank you. We love you guys, to everyone who supports the podcast. Thank you so much for helping out. Our primary way of supporting the podcast is Patreon, and that is a service where you pledge an amount of money each month and you get rewards based on that. If you'd like more details about that, go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
Why don't you tell them about the next way?
There is also a PayPal button on our sidebar of our website if you'd like to make a one-time donation.
Yes. And also on our website, if you click through to amazon.com or .co.uk and then purchase something, Amazon gives us a little money back. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And that money is used almost exclusively for paying for postage for prizes, shipping them out, because shipping has gotten really, really high. And you can find out all of that, as well as where we are on the worldwide interwebs,
at geekygirlsknit.com. And there are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. So with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope to see you for a mini episode sometime in the next couple of weeks, but if not, we'll definitely see you on Thursday, the 17th of November, and keep up with us on Instagram while we're gone. All right. We love you guys a lot, and thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you sometime soon, and can't wait to see some of you in person. All right. Bye.
Bye.
So, back in what we're reading and watching, Dammy was telling me that she knew how to spell syzygy, and I asked her what it meant, and we had to look it up. So now, for your learning enrichment, Dammy, what is syzygy?
In astronomy, it is a conjunction or opposition, especially of the moon with the sun.
So does
Very exciting.
So does it mean like they're lined up?
Yes.
Okay, because down there it says 3 celestial bodies on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, it says of the moon with the sun. So you'll have to have at least one planet, the moon, and the sun.
Oh, okay. And in non-astronomy, it's a pair of connected or corresponding things.
Ta-da.
Now you know. Do you feel enriched? Has your learning been enriched?